Hello, my name is Chasney Bowman, and I'm going to be discussing my lesson plan for this unit. This is a 6-week unit, and I just did 1 week of place values base 10 blocks or base 10. The driving question for this lesson is how can we use place values to represent numbers? So throughout this lesson, the students will be showing me how to use place values to represent different numbers. The project standards. They'll be able to read and write numerals and represent a number of objects with a written numeral. Understand place values. They're going to use 2-digit numbers to represent tens and ones. And then we have ELA standards where the students have an opportunity to add drawings, visual displays to descriptions when appropriate to clarify ideas, thoughts, and feelings. So we're integrating the standards with math and ELA. These are the net standards. I have nets 3. They'll be able to construct knowledge, produce creative artifacts, and make meaningful learning experiences for themselves and others. And then the net 6. They communicate clearly and express themselves creatively for a variety of purposes using platform tools, styles, formats, and digital media appropriate to their goals. The overview of this project. They'll be able to break numbers into tens, hundreds, tens, and ones. The students participating in this lesson will be able to use different technology devices with different technology tools, BrainPop Junior, the BrainPop Junior Quiz, ABCI, YouTube, which is the video on place values, Seesaw, and Kahoot. The students will also have exposure to place value maps and base 10 blocks to create place values. The students will be expected to communicate by showing their knowledge and using these methods to peers and teachers. The essential questions, there's 3 essential questions for this unit, but the essential question I'm going to use for this lesson would be what strategies can we use to efficiently count a large quantity of objects? And how does using 10 as a benchmark help us compose numbers? So eventually throughout this unit, the students will compare the two numbers using greater than and less than. Assessment. Students will complete a BrainPop Junior quiz online. Students will also complete a performance task using place values, and they will also use the Kahoot as a quiz. This is the performance task that the students will do. It gives you the information, the teacher notes, the student directions, whole group and small group instruction. It also gives you the scoring guide of how to grade the students. So this is how I graded the students on their performance task. The different resources that I use in this lesson, like I stated before, BrainPop Junior, ABCI, Seesaw, and Kahoot. I guess my advice would be just train the students in how to use these different technology tools because they will need to know how to navigate through the sites and to type in the web address. My instructional plan. To activate prior knowledge, since we've been talking about number talks, I'm going to implement number talks. For the students who are kinesthetic learners, they will have manipulatives to use. Students who need that reinforcement, they have ABCI. And then students who score 80% and below on quizzes will meet with me in small groups to reinforce the instructional skill. Management. I review my technology rules daily with the students every day. And then I also implemented technology or computer techs in the class. They help with small issues such as, oh, I typed in the wrong web address, or I can't get my tablet or my computer to restart, so they press the restart button. So that helps me out so I'm not being pulled different ways. I have at least 3 or 4 of the students that can help their peers. Instructional strategies. It was teacher directed in the beginning as in whole group, and then it was student centered because students need to take ownership of their own work. And then the teacher acted as a facilitator, so I just walked around and monitored the students as they were completing their performance tasks and their tasks. Differentiated instruction. I use manipulatives, visual aids, small group instruction, again for the students who did not pass the quizzes 80% or better. So they were with me in small groups, reinforcing those strategies and those skills. My advice, again, I would say have computer techs in the classroom. Just give your students the opportunity to explore. You have to let go and let them explore how to use these different web tools and these different devices. Of course, like I said, have some type of background knowledge in using the tools, and then typing skills, because they have to be able to type and know where the letters are and the numbers and the other characters on the keyboard. Here are a couple of materials or resources that I use. Again, I have the quiz and then the brain pop video. I really enjoyed the seesaw. This was like a morning work in the morning where they came in. I already had this up in their journal. They answered it, and then we reviewed it going into our math lesson. And that's the end of my lesson.